You're listening to Everything B9 on the Everything BCFC network.
So let's talk then the Vertu Trophy, the competition that we are destined to win because we bought the sponsor, basically. Well, we didn't buy the sponsor; they decided to come to us, obviously. But it's obviously getting interested in the Vertu Trophy now. All eyes obviously will be on Blues this Tuesday as we face Bradford City in the semi-finals. So there is loads of questions regarding this. Will this be a free ticket to the final, or will Bradford turn up the heat? Bring a cup upset along with them. They're on Sky. All of that aspect to it. We've seen them do it in the years, having beaten them lot down the road in the Capital One Cup semis and knocking Chelsea out of the FA Cup in their own back garden. But at the end of the day, football is football and nothing is ever guaranteed. So surely we've got to respect our opponents going into this one. And Carl, I think you'll want to basically say and be, right, let's see how it goes on kind of thing and not really over-predict.
Oh, it's almost like you know me well. Yeah, 100%. I literally was messaging my old man. I'm really nervous about tomorrow because as Blues fans are on Twitter, dicks are being swung. You know, we're already there. People have booked hotels. And as great as we were against Newcastle, you just know that that's potentially setting it up for that fall. Of course, you've got to respect any opponent that you play, whether it is Cambridge, Bradford. Bradford are on an incredible run of form. They're third in League Two. And, you know, they're not, I think they play in front of, 18,000 people at, it's not Valley Parade, is it? It's I think it's the University of Bradford Stadium or whatever it's called now, but it's still Valley Parade, let's be honest.
It is still Valley Parade.
So it's not like they're not used to bigger crowds. I think we just need to respect it. Let's urge a bit of caution and let's not, as you phrased it, punch a free ticket to the final. Just because we're sponsored by the sponsors of the trophy. They've already
got the blue ribbons ready to go on the trophy.
See, that is exactly.
I've already booked the Monday after off.
That is everything that leads to it not happening. I'm ridiculously superstitious when it comes to football. Like I was terrified ahead of Saturday because I'd had a shave. So you know what I mean. Like that's where my superstition is. But yeah, I think of course and I think Chris Davis has always spoken really well about respecting the opposition. We treat it like a different game for every single game. We're not looking at it thinking we're going to batter this team or that team because you don't know who's going to turn up on the day. We all thought we were going to batter Shrewsbury after battering them 4-1 in the trophy, and look what happened. So I think a bit of caution. Look, we're going to enjoy it. It's obviously, with all the social media stuff that's come out today, it's going to be a big occasion. It's going to have that big match feel. It's going to be incredible to be at St Andrews for a semi-final because I never have been there. So that's for a semi-final, so that's going to be wicked. But just, this isn't a team who are coming to just turn up and be part of the day out. They're coming to win. I think were they in the final last year? What's the semi-final last year as well? I think,
don't know.
Or something like that, or recently something like that. Should have probably looked that up before I came on this, shouldn't I? Really, but
they're third in League Two. They must be half decent.
Yeah. So, but yeah, just I think we've got to show a bit of respect, and of course, on paper, we should be winning this game, and it shouldn't even really be a contest. But as you said so well there, James, football doesn't work that way.
It doesn't. And you know what? To make yourself less stressed and feel like you've done a good job, and I see you looking at it now, you were right. Semi-final last year, they lost to Wycombe Wanderers at home, unfortunately, 1-0. So there you go, Carl. You aren't just imagining things.
Excellent. But yeah, so nervous, but yeah, just let's be a bit calmer about it.
Calmer, guys, calmer. Tommy, obviously you've seen the presentation of what they did against Newcastle. Have Knighthead brought more atmosphere to the Vertu Trophy now and brought more eyes to it just because Birmingham City are in the competition to play it? Or are they just treating it like, okay, this is a game which is a semi-final no matter what trophy, we're going to really, really bring it in terms of atmosphere to really get St Andrews pumped?
I think there's a bit of both, isn't there? I think that they definitely bring a lot more eyes. They've brought so many more eyes to League One football this season, and obviously the Bristol Motors as well as the Vertu Trophy. Can't keep up nowadays, honestly.
So many sponsorships, Pete.
I know.
I kind of wish it was still the Papa John's Trophy, and we'd all go around going to Pizza Cup.
How have we not done a segment on today's show of a competition of who can name the most different names of this competition.
Yeah.
Or just trying to guess them, because I mean you got Vertu,
Should we do it now quickly? Should we do it now
Johnson's
quickly?
Paint.
Motors,
Go on.
Auto Windscreens,
Yeah. Leyland
Leyland
Daff.
Daff.
Leyland Daff, Johnson's Paints.
There's loads in there.
Is it the Milk Cup?
EFL trophy? Because
No, I
that's
think the
technically
milk
what
was
it's
the League
called.
Cup, wasn't it?
No, yeah, of course it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was
God,
the
honestly.
milk. Was it called the Co-op as well?
It might have been, yeah. I feel like there was a weird shop that had like a sponsored it with it.
I
Yeah.
just love Tom's reaction to that. He's like, oh,
I
Absolutely.
can't believe we haven't done something like that. This was
We need a
the
quiz every
perfect
week.
time. But hey ho.
bro, I want to see how many there is now, actually.
I still can't believe that Carl's never been to a semi-final at St Andrews before.
Sure, no, I'm getting this up now. I need to know.
Yeah. There's
Check a trade, apparently.
Check a trade.
Oh,
trophy.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's-
of course it was.
yes.
Yeah.
Leasing.com.
Don't remember that.
God.
Yeah, check a trade, leasing.
Yeah.
Because I remember when Sunderland won it.
Mm.
All
That was
my
Papa
mates that
John.
were Sunderland we were in the Pizza Cup. Here you
Did
go.
Sunderland win it? I thought it was Portsmouth.
I hate to interrupt, boys, but there's 15 names for this cup.
Christ.
15.
15.
15. We've had two
Wow.
in one season this season, to be fair.
Yeah, that's true.
Mental. But yeah, Vertu is the sponsorship, so that surely, hopefully, a win for us. Tom, then let's see what are you as pessimistic as Carl, or you'll think actually this is going to be 5-0 Blues?
So long as Felipe Moraes and John Stead don't come out of retirement and just pull off, that 4-0 masterclass they pulled off at Stamford Bridge, somehow I think we're fine.
Mm.
So I wouldn't stress too much, but one to watch out obviously would probably be Andy Cook, because he does seem to be a bit of a low league baller. Just a bagsman, and I know he's done that at a few clubs like Walsall as well. So yeah, I suppose people like that we want to watch out for, because usually I find that those kind of strikers, that big names that have got X amount of goals in the EFL, always seem to bag against us, like your Billy Sharps and people like that of the world. So yeah, that would be sort of my one to watch. But overall, we should walk it, man. We should walk
Yeah.
it. We shouldn't even be having this conversation. It's 5-0. It's fine. It's going to be fine. Alfie May's going to shine tomorrow. And if he doesn't start Alfie May, I'll be fuming, because I was already, my piss was boiling when he wasn't making substitutions against Charlton. I'm just sat there waiting, like, come on. He's on a booking. Just bring Alfie May.
Did you have an
on.
acca on, Tom? Is that what this is about?
No. I have really deep feelings for Alfie May. This is the problem. I think, we brought him in. He was going to be the main man. We just shit all over that and signed a £20 million striker. then we made it even worse and signed Lyndon Dykes. And poor Duke, he's never looking at the bench ever again, let alone the starting 11. And I just think, did we need to do that? And yeah, Lyndon Dykes scored a screamer in the FA Cup, but still, he seems to get on the pitch before Alfie May does, and that deeply upsets me. So, yeah, I get it, but at the same time, I wish we'd just make more subs, and ideally sooner, rather than it always just being it's just Grant Hanley these days. Man can't wait to get Grant on the pitch. It's like, fuck off, stop giving me Grant Hanley, I want more goals. But maybe I should stop being so arsey, considering we're top of the league and we're unbeaten in however many games. And yeah, Joe, I'll shut up now. Just you, Chris. You've clearly got it right, and I will stop
This has
being.
got old man shouts at cloud vibes all over it.
I might as well just be sat in my seat at fucking St Andrews, going fuck.
In your gazebo.
Instead of saying, pass the ball, look for a player. Nah, just forward.
Forward.
I love those intelligent fans. They're my favourites.
There's plenty of pressure then of us going to Wembley. Wembley Way coming up. But are we going to get the Wrexham Blues final, the lower league world's dreaming about, and CBS Sports are licking their lips at the interaction that they can get from that final? It's surely potentially 80% chance of Wrexham Blues, right, Carl?
Were you asking me? I'm the pessimistic one.
Mine just Wrexham. It's Wrexham
Yeah,
Peterborough, isn't it? Is it the other
look,
semi-final?
Yeah.
yeah. If you're a betting man, your money goes on Blues and Wrexham for the final, and you're right. Like the EFL, CBS, ABC, NBC, XYZ, all those alphabet ones in America and stuff, they are absolutely salivating at that. And to be fair, it will have an incredible pull if it is that final. Like it will be a worldwide event, which is quite cool to have be part of that for sure. But yeah, I can't really see Peterborough upsetting Wrexham. Peterborough really have, you think when they scored 2 against us at the start of the season, like Christ, but I looked the other day and they're proper down there now. They're properly in it, aren't they? So yeah, I can't see that happening. So yeah, obviously that's what the world's waiting for. The massive, massive showcase at Wembley between the two League One giants. Yeah, you'd like to think that's the way it goes, but I reserve the right to say you just don't know in football.
I don't want it to happen. I just don't.
Really?
No, I couldn't think of anything.
Is it because it's the thought of, obviously there is that whole two heavyweight thing of just social media and the media of two American ownerships going at it, two celebrity backing and all of that stuff, and they think that because Wrexham was first, yeah.
It just bores me, and I feel like it adds more unnecessary pressure to the game. And I feel like the only team that are going to beat us is Wrexham, and I can just see it. And
Bloody Blues fans, honestly, man. It's so pessimistic, aren't we?
It's after that Wrexham away game, though. Like we should not have come away with a point from that game. I don't care what Chris Davis said in his post-match interview that I always felt like we were the team in control. Chris, on this one occasion, you're lying to yourself. We were very lucky to come away with a point from that game.
Well, we'll see how Wembley treat it in terms of their allocation. If we get the west side or the east side, and if that means we get the green man or we get the box part, and that will show really on who they favour potentially on who is the bigger team. Well, box part would be pretty cool, but pretty sure the green
west side when we won the Carling Cup, didn't we?
Yeah,
yes, it was
west
side, yeah. And in fact, actually, I did look. I can't tell you the exact amount because we'll be here all day. But I'm pretty sure most teams that go on the west side are the ones that actually do go on to win the cup.
Yeah, that is true.
So bring on the grey man, or whatever it's called, the pub by the west side of Wembley. But okay, the podcast obviously is going to be out by the time you're watching this episode. Blues are obviously about to kick off. You've already seen the outcome, so it's a very dangerous question. Score prediction. Tommy Kelso, what we going?
Going 3-0 Blues for tomorrow, 100%. I think I'm not nervous about this season. Do you know what I mean? Like, if it was the championship and we're in the, I don't know, can't think of anything. Like, if this was the playoff semi-final in the championship, then I'd be absolutely shitting myself. But like, I just don't fear teams like I did like in other seasons. Really, I didn't really care in other seasons as well, and I do now. But I've got the confidence in the players. I know they're a good team. Bradford are a decent side, and they'll probably give us a game. Maybe 3-1. They might get one at the end. But it's at home. It's kind of like, if you've seen it from their perspective, like they've got a fucking tough game to come to St Andrews and beat us, like it's the same way for Peterborough going to Wrexham. We had that same feeling when we went there. You just gotta see it from the other side sometimes. And I can't not be confident, and that's a rarity really, because like I'm with you guys on pretty much being typical Blues in that way. I've just been like, oh, well, we're going to do something stupid and fuck it up. But I just don't get that feeling from this season. I haven't had it in a game, maybe until like the Charlton game, actually. There was a vibe around that day where it felt like, when we lost it, obviously. But even against Shrewsbury, I thought, we'd win this today. But like, obviously we didn't. But yeah, a couple of games this season where I felt a little bit unsure whether we were going to win or not. But ever since that Shrewsbury game, I've just been confident ever since. So 3-0 Blues, maybe 3-1. They might get one towards the end. But I just think we score first, game over. They are not getting back into that game.
Tom, what do you reckon? Are you still 5-0?
Nah, 1-0 Bradford. No, I'm joking. If I was being totally serious, I'm. Do you know what? I'm gonna say 3-0 Blues as well. I reckon it's going to be really tight. I think there's a good chance I think we might go into half time 1-0 up, and then we'll probably grab 2 late goals because we'll have worked Bradford that hard that they just sort of lose their way at the end. But I don't think it's going to be an easy game. I feel like there will be a few nail biting moments. The fact that Peacock Farrell is probably going to play scares the piss out of me.
Leave Bailey alone.
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for all the negative comments of, "Oh, you're being horrible about Bailey." Oh, the bloke got megged at his near post. Just leave it at that. Oh, Newcastle could have been a different story, but to be honest, it's more his actual confidence with the ball at his feet that scares me than anything, not his actual, ability to save things. Because I think he can pull off the impossible saves. It's more just the way we play that actually doesn't suit him whatsoever. But there we are.
And to bring a bit of realism to the predictions, Carl, what we saying?
Piss on everybody's parade. I'm not gonna predict a Bradford win. I think it'll be 2-1 Blues. I think they'll score first. I think they need to silence the crowd a little bit.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
agree
only
with
way they're gonna really make a go of it. And I think we'll probably potentially even go 1-0 down at half time, tack the till in the second half. It's written in the stars, really, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? It's going to happen. We're going to be out of centre forward, so Ryan Alsop will come on for like the last 5 minutes and score an absolute screamer from 35. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I think 2-1 Blues. I think it's going to be a really, really close game. And when we're 4-0 up at half time tomorrow, you can all send me abuse. But yeah, it's got that air about it of there's a potential shock there, and it could come. So it'd be ironic it'd be the League Two team that shocks us and not a single League One team. But there you go. But yeah, I still think we'll come out on top. Of course, there is the lottery of pens if it goes that far, and that's freaking.
Oh yeah, is there any extra time tomorrow?
Yes.
No, I think is there
Is
extra
it?
time? I thought it
I
went
think
straight
it
to
is.
pens.
I thought it was just straight to pens.
Oh God! Oh Christ! Well, if that's the case, pens. Oh,
Do you fancy us on penalties?
No, I think we lose if it goes to pens. 100%.
I feel we lose if it goes to penalties as well. I think that's the only chance that Bradford would win.
Yeah, I don't fancy us on penalties, especially after.
do you know what it is? Blues are in the training ground and practicing tactics of how they're going to play, and Bradford are just penalties, right? How many penalties can we score? But I feel like that rounds us off. I'm going to go 3-1 Blues, actually. I think it will be similar. We always tend to go into half-time either... Well, sometimes, most of the time, it is kind of 0-0-ish because we always only can score like 1 or 2. But I feel like in this one, it will be 1-1 at half-time, and then there'll be the kind of shock factor potentially. Will it happen? Will it not? And then Chris Davis will just get them rocking, and then come second half, they'll dispatch them with 2 extra goals. And I like to cheer up Tom, but also for him, I think it would be really good if Alpha May got a goal or 2 as well, which would be great. And then let's hope we can have that photo on Wembley Way. Hey,
yeah.
If he doesn't start May, that's it. Fuck it. I hope we lose on pens. I hope we lose on pens.
Davis out.
Wembley. I've had enough. My loyalty to Alfie means more to me. So there we go.
Imagine Alfie May scoring in the last minute and doing taking his top off and doing a Seb Larson and everything.
And it just says Oxland underneath. Just dedicated it to me.
Got a big picture of your face on his shirt.
your Twitter would turn into Alfie May season.
Yeah, we'll send him one of those pictures from when my camera didn't work on this podcast last year.
Oh yeah.
We use one of those bad boys.
Yeah.
But, I suppose my next score prediction for you though is how many Bradford head injuries are we going to see? Because I suspect a few.
I'd say 5.
7.
I'm going to say 7.
Yeah.
I'll stick that on an ACCA. If it comes out well, then I'll get a bit.
Yeah, there we go. 7 Bradford head injuries.
There we go. Well, I can't tell you the next time we'll see you on this podcast. But if we do, let's hope we're talking about a win against Bradford, obviously. And,
join us when we're in the Premier League.
Yeah, maybe that could be it. Maybe we just go, yeah, right, sod it.
It's a nice yearly tradition now, anyway.
Yeah, but yeah, I hope you had a good New Year.
Welcome to 2027.
Welcome to exactly. But yeah, that's it for us on the pod. Thank you once again, Tommy, Tom, and Carl for appearing. Let's hope them Blues do get that ticket to Wembley and have a great day out and really enjoy it. And who knows, we'll be lifting not just one but two silverware this season. That's the hope, right?
All I'll say is next time we record this podcast in however many years' time, we'll have probably actually moved stadiums by then, so we'll have to change the postcode name of the actual...
We forgot to even mention the tunnel,
podcast.
Tom.
The Everything Be... Which one now?
12.
Yeah, probably.
Something
12.
like that, yeah.
There you go. But as always, thank you for watching, and we'll see you whenever there is a next time. As always, keep right on.